if you punch this box, there might be a chicken inside.
I have a Geordie girlfriend.
No way!
No way! Go, policeman who shot a kid!
I'm not a woman.
They came like a bolt out of the blue to discuss everything in geekdom. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the attack of the 50-foot nerds.
What are you doing?
Why?
What do you think I'm doing? I'm pointing at your T-shirt that says
gesturing.
"Attack of the 50-foot nerds."
That is us. We are the
You
Attack
know.
of the 50-Foot Nerds podcast. And I don't care if there's 5,000 people in the room. I don't care if there's no one in the room. We'll still do what we do. We'll still do
He
what
says as he leaves, "Get back here! Come on!
I'll fight you.
Miss the train.
I'll give you a lift."
Doesn't matter. We'll still just have a laugh anyway. I don't care. Well, yes, it is the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds podcast. It is episode 70. Can you believe it?
The one after Sexy Time.
Oh, yeah, well.
This is
It's all downhill from this one onwards.
Are we calling this one, Was It Good For You?
Let's just call it Lights Up a Fag. Right, let's... Can I say that anymore? I don't know.
No, I don't think you can.
Sorry, I'm British. Anyway, yes, this is Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds. My name is Mike Bell, and joining me once again as we dive headfirst into the concrete floor that is geekdom.
Ow. Ouch.
I'm Amara, the resident Chaos Goblin.
And I'm Paul Griggs. I'm the cool one in the shade. Yeah, I am. Look, you look at the promo photos of us, and you say, which of these guys is the cool one? I know
Probably
which
not
one they're
the
going to
girl.
pick.
No one told you to wear sunglasses. That's the
I
thing.
chose to, and it looks good.
Fair enough, I guess.
Anyway, this is the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds. We talk about all kinds of geeky stuff in terms of movies, comic books, TV shows, games, books, shoes, anything you consider geeky.
Shoes.
We will talk about it.
I think to be fair, talking about shoes, I think we did specifically talk about the Back to the Future Nikes.
We
that
have
got
talked
released,
about
yes.
shoes in the past. Yes, yes. So,
Are they Nikes? Air Jordans.
Shoes. They are shoes.
Airbud.
He's just got to shove his fetus at some dogs to play basketball. That's unusual, Paul. That is unusual. What we've been up to anyway.
You can always.
Before we get on to what we've been up to, maybe we should make a point of pointing out where we are.
Well, yes.
Because we're not in the normal place.
Well, that's what I was just about to forget. God, he jumps all over stuff.
I was going to, before we move on to that, I was just going to say, I just imagine like you could clearly hear someone wearing earbuds coming because as they're running, you can just hear.
Yeah, so the last time we did a show, we were in Geek Retreat Warrington. This month, we are in Geek Retreat Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Everything is
Liverpool.
different, but also the same.
Yes.
Everywhere I look, there is purple and yellow. And cups of tea have arrived, which is also nice. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's fantastic coming to do it in Geek Retreat Liverpool because, firstly, it's
Thank
not
you
as
very
far
much.
for you and me to come.
You can jump in me up if you want, mate. That's fine.
And that's our wonderful host, Chris, who is delivering tea and coffee, which is always a good thing.
Yeah, Doug, get with the program.
So Liverpool, not so far for me and Mike to come.
No, of
but
course.
also Liverpool, as much as it's known for the musical scene,
The Beatles.
and
Hey, we've got an audience now.
Hey, but it's also it is a centre of nerd culture.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was on the radio yesterday
you?
promoting this very show. I was indeed. I was
Saying
on
the same
with
thing.
Kevin Dwala.
Apparently, no one listened.
were you able to find a clue and put it in your notebook?
Yeah, sure.
No.
Let's say that.
It is-
But Kevin Dwala, we were talking about how Liverpool is a centre of geekdom, and we mentioned that Tom Baker is from Liverpool. You wouldn't know it from how he speaks.
Paul McGann.
Paul McGann, Doctor Who again.
Liz
from Liverpool.
Sladen,
Yeah.
Maureen O'Brien.
It's me, John Bishop. I'm from Liverpool as well. I'm not though, because I'm really from Widnes.
This time last year, we were watching Doctor Who
In Liverpool.
which was made. But I mean, the Batman was made here.
Yep.
Captain America.
Yep.
Jack Ryan, Shadow Recruit.
Yep.
Various versions of Sherlock Holmes have
Yep.
been made in Liverpool over the years.
Yep.
The Fast and the Furious. Admittedly. The Birkenhead Tunnel was standing in for, I don't know, something in London. But
There was another tunnel. The Birkenhead Tunnel was also a tunnel in another movie. Can you remember what that was?
Was it the tunnel?
Well, it was the Birkenhead Tunnel in Yesterday.
No, I'm not talking about that. It was also the tunnel that they fly through in Harry Potter and the.
Oh yeah,
One of those movies.
Well, yeah, and indeed the Wizarding World franchise came back to Liverpool for Fantastic Beasts.
Oh yes, it
Boo.
did.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, not just being a place that is filled with horror writers.
Yes.
Clive Barker, Ramsey Campbell, both from here.
Oh, shit, really?
Clive Barker's from over the water, but yeah.
Yeah. Robin Jarvis, writer of the Deptford Mice trilogy.
Yeah.
He's Frank Cottrell Boyce.
Yes, of course.
2000 AD artist extraordinaire John Higgins from here. Again,
You can tell he's done his research, can't
yeah.
you?
Yeah, apparently. I was
two-
about to comment on the
2000
essay that
AD
he's written.
writers John Reppion and Leah Moore, daughter of Alan.
Other names.
Yes.
I
I can tell you a story about Liam Moore, but I'm not allowed to.
Ken Campbell's Science Fiction Theatre of Liverpool did Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy here back in what, the 80s, and the Illuminatus trilogy.
And let's not forget the time that I sat next to Danny Boyle after a play, and he told me he was going to be making a zombie movie. That is an actual thing that happened
Really?
once.
Oh, shit.
Have I not told this story?
No, you've not told this story.
Oh my God! Right. So many years ago, I was doing a play at the Everyman, and after said play, I walked up to where I'd parked my car, only to find it clamped.
Well,
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody didn't pay their ticket.
Oh no! I didn't know there was. I couldn't park there. It turns out when I actually went up the next day to dispute it, they said there's a sign. I said, "Where's the sign? You show me." So the guy from the security office, it was the university. This guy from the security office comes out and he takes me to where my car is. He walks me around the corner, up 10 feet on the wall, a tiny sign saying "No parking." I was like, I figured out you expect me to see that sign from where I am.
Yeah.
I wasn't happy with that. But anyway, so because my car was clamped, I knew that my agent and a few of the other actors were having dinner afterwards. I knew which restaurant they were going to be at. So I goes down there and I told them obviously what happened. I said, my car's been clamped. Can anyone give me a lift afterwards? And one of them said, yeah, I'll do that. But we're just having dinner right now. I says, okay, well, I'll have something to eat as well then. So I sits down next to this guy. Don't know who he is. And he's just one of my agent's friends. And I didn't recognise him. So I'm just talking to him, and I said, so what do you do then? He said, oh, I'm a director. And I'm thinking, because we've just done a play, I'm thinking, oh, he's just another stage director. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah.
A director who looks a bit like Morrissey.
Well,
you didn't recognise Danny Boyle.
I didn't recognise him, and then I said to him, I said, oh, have you done anything that I would know? And he said, yeah. Have you seen Trainspotting? And I was just like, yes, I have seen Trainspotting.
oh shit, it's you.
Oh yeah, this is the guy. And so I was talking to him and said, oh right, okay, yeah, love that. And he'd not long done The Beach as well. I remember that. That's how he knows my agent, because she was going to be anyway. We were chatting about. I said, what have you got next? And he said, well, I've took a bit of time right now. I'm just trying to think. I want to do something kind of like science fiction or horror or something like that. I'm thinking about doing a zombie movie. I was just like, oh, okay, that'll be cool. He's just like, yeah, just kind of, we're working on it right now. Little did I know, when he says it's Alex Thingy. Yeah, Alex Garland.
Who ends up doing Dread.
And Ex Machina and all that kind of
10th
stuff.
anniversary of that.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there having dinner with Danny Boyle. Didn't even realise it was him, first of all. And that happened in the Magnet, top of Hardman Street. So yeah. So yeah, that's where that was.
The last thing worth mentioning, because I said it right at the beginning, Liverpool's known for the music. There is definite music geek crossover.
Yeah.
Local synth pop band from the 80s, Dalek, I Love You. And who remembers the KLF?
Oh yeah.
Who under a different name, the Time Lords?
Yeah.
Did Doctor in the TARDIS? Well, Jimmy Corty's from round here. So
You said Jimmy Corkill then?
Him too. Brookie.
Don't like that. That's another story for another time.
It's kind of coming home for nerddom.
It is
coming.
Yes. Well, it's certainly coming over for me because I live here, so you know.
And I'm
not
only
here. It'd be weird if I lived here.
Yeah.
You know, it would be.
Well, I don't know.
would have taken less time to pick you up. I'll tell you that much.
So, what have we been up to since the last show? Well, as I say, I've been on the radio and doing a lot of work.
I was
home
listening. Funnily enough, I was listening to that from the Dropbox earlier on the way here, and found out like anyone listening that hasn't heard that Mike is the kind of monster who throws biscuits in his tea to make it into a soggy cake.
I don't throw them in there.
You literally like you pile your biscuits up and put them in the tea.
I create a gigantic Rube Goldberg machine to dispense biscuits into vats of tea.
It's great, like tea.
You weird fucker. And two, I am well aware of this whole, scientifically working out how long to dip a biscuit in, because Joshua does this. He complains when we get custard creams from a different shop because the consistency is different, and therefore his dunking time is ruined.
Fair enough. Now, all I can see now is Mike just sat being like, okay, time for my tea and biscuits, pressing a button, and like biscuits start rolling down a thing and tea stuff like that. No, I was thinking
it's made out of Lego.
No, I was thinking more like the music that you usually do with the factory, like
yeah, that's okay.
and then your tea just turns into like. You get a cup that's basically like a...
I just let all the biscuit absorb the tea and then just eat the mush at the end.
A McVitie's digestive soup.
Digestive soup. What a
know
lovely phrase that is.
Funnily enough, McVitie's digestives were originally invented to stop wanking, weren't they?
No, that was cornflakes.
I'm sure digestives were the same.
Well, everything's invented to stop wanking.
Ginger biscuits, ginger nuts are the ones that I always go.
Wanking?
Yeah, that's going in, isn't it?
Yep.
Shall I do you a clean take of that?
No.
Ginger nuts.
What else is going in?
Anyway, what else have we been up to then? Because I got a new car today.
I've already mentioned Joshua. He's currently in the middle of doing his GCSE mocks, and he's getting ready to work out he's working out his next step as regards education and what have you. And he wants to be an actor. He wants to perform musical theatre. Anybody who's around Liverpool, if you're coming to see Shrek,
Well, come and see us first.
Yeah, come and see us first. But Shrek at the
come back in time and see us right now.
Yeah.
At the
you fucking dickheads.
What's the fucking name of the theatre? I forgot.
Which one? There's about a 28 in Liverpool.
It's
the
called
Epstein's
the
round the corner.
No, the big one.
The Everyman,
The one opposite the
oh my
Blockbuster.
God,
but the one by the train station.
I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head.
Yeah, I know. I've completely blanked on
The
it.
Red Bull presents.
Yeah. Anyway, Joshua's in a production of Shrek at the
Josh Shrek now. We had this conversation.
Oh my
already.
God, why am I blanking on the name?
Yeah, why am I blanking on it? Fuck me.
Maybe
We
later.
got the Everyman, we got the Royal Court, we got the
it's not that
Philharmonic,
close. Where's
we've
it gone?
got
Where's it gone?
the oh my shitting Nora, why can't I think?
The Shakespeare.
No, it's the
The Beatles.
Seriously, what the hell?
Empire.
That's the one.
There we go. I needed to look at. I had a photo of him with the poster.
Darth Vader
Quick,
was there.
I don't remember the name. It has something to do with colonialism.
Yeah. Anyway, so he's looking at going to a drama sixth form college,
Right.
And we went to an open day yesterday at LIPA, the Liverpool Institute of the Performing Arts. They have
Paul to that.
Yeah, Paul McCartney's fame school,
Yeah,
basically. They have a sixth form. They have a full school now, so they have an infants, high school,
Yep.
the sixth form, and then
got a nursery
you
as
can
well,
go on
really.
you can go on to university there.
Yeah.
Really, really interesting. It's definitely the place he wants to go to. When we were in the presentation for the acting course, they were sort of explaining about how they have people coming in, and Peter Capaldi is one of the people who was up on the screen and what have you. So fingers crossed for Joshua's auditions. For that.
Fair dues.
Cool.
What have you been up to?
I was going to say something and I've completely forgotten what it.
There's
what
a certain
it was,
week this week is that you wanted to.
Well, no, not about that. I was going to riff on something Paul said, but I can't remember what it was, so it doesn't matter. What I've been doing this week. Well, firstly, it's Trans Awareness Week.
Woohoo!
Whoa.
Yay.
So that's a thing, and it's Trans Remembrance Day today on the day that we're recording this. So I have stuck my flag up on the front, which I don't think either of you noticed me doing.
I did. I saw it.
Right,
you told me
cool.
you were going to do it anyway, so...
Yeah. I told you.
It's not like you kept it secret.
No. So, yeah, there's that, but also this week, the only major things that have happened is at work, I was... You might appreciate this, because... I work in a care home, right? And I'm like part of the things that we do is activities to help like keep the residents like entertained, really, and like keep the minds going, especially because like quite a lot of them at that point have like dementia and things like that. So
where's my grandson?
Yeah, where's
that plane?
Yeah, where's that plane? So. One of the days, I just get told by the team leader, like, oh, you and Debbie are gonna sort out like doing the bingo. I'm like, all right, cool. I don't know anything about it. And then because Debbie's like, I don't like talking in front of people, you're gonna have to do the bingo calls. I'm like, great. And I don't know anything. I don't know the last thing about
2
it.
2 and 9, 11.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I just started. At first, I started doing that, just being like 2 and 9, 29, or 7, 0, 70, and all that. But then, like, because I got bored, I started making up my own.
It's either 2 and 9, 2 and 9, or 20,
no.
or it's 70, whichever one you want to take off.
If it's good enough for Jimmy in Better Call Saul, then why not?
Yeah, we know you've been watching it. Yeah.
Nearly finished.
But I
Goosh.
for God's sake. At the very beginning, I said, I don't know any of the things. Sorry for anyone who's expecting me to be good at this. And then I started making up my own, like to a point where, like, when I'd come across certain numbers, I couldn't say what I was wanting to say, so I had to.
The sadness in a child's eyes, number 4.
Yeah. No, it was like, because the first one that I jumped in that I was wanting to do, I was like, okay, I'm gonna like in my brain I go, okay, I'm gonna start making up.
Run! 43.
Wolf. No, I'm going to start making up calls. And then I press the thing and 69 turns up. And I'm like, I'm like, I have to stop myself from going, nice! Like, because obviously no one will fucking get it apart from, well...
How old is Doreen? 69.
Yeah. So I'm just have to do the things. And the one I did manage to slip in was when it got to 42. And I'm like, the meaning of life.
Very nice.
Yeah, because when 37 came up, I was like, okay, no one's going to understand if I yell, in a row, 37! Like,
37!
The soul fell at the back to go,
yeah.
yeah.
Sorry, it took me a second to twing onto that old fella in the bathroom. And then the other thing was... I've had Connor over this weekend, and as I was taking him, I think yesterday it was, we went to Nottingham because the family were on holiday, so we went over to spend the day with them and do random shit, basically. And as we're going, he says, I can't remember what we were talking about the music that we were putting on, and I mentioned that I was getting, Paul, you're going to dislike this, that I'm getting annoyed by Christmas songs.
It's too early.
Yeah.
It's too early.
So you'll be singing them on next month, don't worry about it.
And then he says, something about, all I want for Christmas is you.
That's what we should do. Bit of Mariah.
Yeah, obviously the Mariah Carey song. I misunderstood him, and I thought he meant someone had remixed the Mariah Carey song with... The Only Thing They Fear Is You from the Doom Eternal soundtrack. And I was like, in my brain, I was going, what the fuck does that sound? And then he was like, no, I meant the normal song. I'm like, okay, well, if no one's done that, that's now a thing.
I don't want a lot for Christmas, but there is just one thing I do.
Like that.
Any metalheads who are listening, Mike is cupping the mic, so he's not a legit vocalist.
I'm a legit vocalist anyway.
But,
all right, then I'll do it like that.
No.
Yeah, but no. It was like I was like, okay, well, if no one's done that, I guess I'm doing that as a thing for. Or like I'm using.
I'm still waiting on that soundtrack for Love on a Leash, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, shit! I forgot about that.
Josh has requested that we do another movie. But I don't know if we can do it. I really don't know if we can do this one.
We'll have to try it. But I was like, if I don't make that remix, I'm at least making because last year, Utilitarian did the Christmas song, which was I won't be home for Christmas because Uncle Pete's a bigot, or whatever.
Uncle Pete's a nice guy. Yeah. We like Uncle Pete.
We like Uncle Pete.
And did the Trainsaw song, War on Christmas. So this year I was like, if I do a Christmas song, I'm gonna call it "The Only Thing I Fear for Christmas Is You."
Fair enough.
Yeah. So that's pretty much all I've been doing.
Okay, well, now that we've recapped everything that we're up to, let's do a show properly, and we will start off with our People in Geekdom section.
Shriek and terror. It's time to discuss People in Geekdom.
And first up this month is a guy that we haven't talked about for a while, and we do love him.
Does he have his own sounder?
What's that? What?
Does he have his own sounder? Or is he the one that doesn't?
No, he doesn't have one. No, no, that's
Rocky.
That's his new sounder. Rocky.
That's the wrong Rocky.
I know.
Rocky.
Rocky.
How do you do?
Yeah. Maybe we'll use that then.
Faithful handyman.
Okay, wrong Rocky.
I'm going to make an official sound of that. That's like guitars and then just me going Rocky.
We'll just use it anyway. So yes, Sylvester Stallone. Now that director James Gunn is in charge of DC Studios, obviously Sylvester Stallone was King Shark in his Suicide Squad movie, and they asked him.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, he's been out on doing hitting all the PR stuff for his new show Tulsa King, and they asked would he consider playing King Shark again in another movie, and he responded with,
"Yes, for sure. I think James would be very generous. He and I are pretty tight. So if there's any opportunity, I love him. He's a great guy, you know."
So King Shark.
That'd be interesting. It'd be like, I'm James Gunn. Do you want a King Shark movie?
Yeah,
I talk like this.
I would love to be in a King Shark movie, you know, but I think it's between you and the other guy, you know.
Sly, Booby, got this idea for you. So King Shark is released from the Suicide Squad and goes home and is told he has to leave and start a new life in the beach town of Amity Island.
No.
What do you think? Jaws King.
Hey, you know, I'll be out in the world, I'll be all like, I'm a shark, you know. I'll call you Mick.
I'm James Gunn. I forgot Sylvester Stallone needs fucking subtitles.
Because you're green lazy, you know?
Yeah.
Well, given James has worked for Marvel and also for DC, maybe he can look at doing a King Shark crossover with Marvel. So how about a team-up with Ego the Living Planet, played by Kurt Russell?
Yeah.
An intergalactic remake of Tango and Cash.
Well, you know, it's something I would consider, you know. So I gotta do, you know.
I mean,
get me on with the Michael B. Jordan, we just do Queen with the Black Brother, you know.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I do, like, part of me, like, this isn't James Gunn, by the way. I'm back to Amara.
Okay.
Part of me is kind of just wanting him to go full on stupid schlocky movie and then just make King Sharknado.
How about we freeze King Shark, wake him up in the future, and he has to team up with Blade. So it's Demolition Shark.
Why? What? No.
Well, he doesn't know.
No, because no. If you're gonna do that, it's got to be King Shark learning how to wipe his ass with seashells.
Yes, that would work.
Yes, there we go. So, seeing that we're going to stick on a DC tip right now, and it's unfortunate, but we do have someone who is graveyard dead to discuss this month. I'm not going to play the sounder because it seems a bit disrespectful in terms of we are eulogizing the Batman. Yes, Kevin Conroy has passed away following a short battle with cancer, age 66. I mean, he's done tons in his career, but like he is the only thing that really you need to say is that he was Batman. He started doing the voice in the animated series way back in '92, and has continued to be Batman all the way up until recently. He's been doing obviously video games and more animated series. Hell, he even played him in live action on the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover. Yeah. So he was Batman.
There was very little you could say to the news other than fuck.
Yes.
It's one of those ones that really, really kind of hits you. I mean, he's always been there. He whenever I read Batman, it's his voice.
Yeah. I mean, forgetting the fact that he played a hero in animation, live action, whatever. Yeah. He was a hero in real life as well, because obviously when 9/11 happened, he was one of those people who thought, you know what, I need to give something back. He was living in New York at the time, and he went and worked like a soup kitchen type deal for all the volunteers and what have you, who were clearing the rubble away. And he was working in the kitchen. Some guy recognized him and goes, I know your voice from something. Where do I know your voice? And he goes, I'm Batman. And he goes, you messing? He's like, no. He said, do the voice. And he goes, oh, no. It says something. He goes, and the guy calls out from the kitchen. He goes, guys, Batman's here. And they're like, no, prove it. And so Kevin Conroy comes out and he goes, I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman. And everyone just goes, hey!
That's very cool.
That's Batman, genuinely good guy.
Had you,
he will be missed.
Had you read the comic strip that they published recently that he wrote for DC?
No, but it's one that I do need to get around to.
Everybody needs to track down. It's only like a 6-page black and white strip, but it's basically autobiographical. It's about his experience as a gay actor coming up in Hollywood.
I forgot that he was gay.
Yeah, and what getting the role of Bruce Wayne Batman meant for him in terms of that. And
he was the guy who basically gave Batman the two voices situation. I mean, as much as Michael Keaton has a little bit of that in the movies, it's Kevin Conroy who made the distinction of this is the Batman voice, this is the Bruce Wayne voice. Because I mean, obviously you've got that scene in the Batman 66 show where Batman's on the phone with himself as Bruce Wayne going back, but it's exactly the same voice every time.
Hello, Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah. So that's so farewell, Batman. You will be missed.
When you mentioned the comics, I thought you meant the one that was doing the rounds after he died, where it was like
Batman, I've lost my voice.
Commissioner Gordon like meeting Batman and Batman being like, I've lost my voice, and then.
No, he I can't remember what it was published. It was like an anniversary issue of Detective Comics, I want to say. I'm sure that since his passing, DC have popped it up online or something. Yeah. So it's well worth tracking down. Very, very, very powerful piece of writing.
Right, okay, that sums up all the people. Let's head on then and discuss films with the film news section.
Thrills and chills abound in movie news.
Okay, so we all love video games. We've been playing them for a long time, and when a game comes along,
some of us longer than others.
You're the old one.
Yep.
Zork. That was you. You were there.
Yeah. Funnily enough, yes.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Attack of the Mutant Camels.
Okay. Well, when a game comes along and just hits the scene, and it's like, damn, they've got to make a movie of this. The Last of Us is getting turned into a TV series. And there's tons of other games like Silent Hill. As soon as Silent Hill came out, they were like, this is so atmospheric. We've got to make a movie out of it. So. There's a video game that's getting turned into a movie that everyone thinks is such a timely decision. Streets of fucking Rage, which came out on the Mega Drive. They're making a movie of Streets of Rage for some reason. I think it's Lionsgate have picked up the license based on the big hits that Sonic the Hedgehog movies have become. The Super Mario seems to be. Last of Us is going to be a TV series. Uncharted was just a recent movie as well.
Yep.
And so they thought, what can we do? What can we make a movie about? I know. What about 3 people who walk from left to right and beat up everyone in their path? That's a film.
Well, if you can make a movie out of Rampage. You can't.
That's the thing. They even made a joke about that in the movie. It makes no fucking sense.
I mean,
it's just giant monsters beating the shit out of you. I get it, but this is literally just go there, beat people up on the way.
Yeah, but they've basically made like 1 billion Street Fighter and Tekken movies.
Yeah.
So
how is that different from doing Mortal Kombat?
Well, Mortal Kombat is based around a martial arts tournament, and for the fate of the universe. I get that.
Streets of Rage.
Sorry?
What?
I thought you...
He said, what's the difference with Mortal Kombat? I said, Mortal Kombat has a plot.
Right.
No, Streets of Rage is literally go there.
Fair enough.
Here's a bunch of identical fat guys to beat up along the way. They're just this guy's got a blue jacket, this one's got a green jacket, this one's got a red jacket.
Well,
coming soon, ye are kung fu.
Well, there's got to be a plot to the game, because otherwise, like, what?
There isn't. It's literally just go there. That's it. If you punch this box, that might be a chicken inside.
Maybe it's based on. Maybe it's based on Streets of Rage 2.
Oh yeah, the one where they go from left to right and beat. Oh, it's exactly the fucking same game.
Exactly.
Except one of the guys is wearing rollerblades. That's literally the only difference. It's fucking stupid. It just makes no sense. The script is being worked on right now by a guy called Derek Kolstad, who wrote the John Wick movies. So,
Fair enough.
If anyone's going to be able to write a movie about a guy going from there to there, beating people up, it's the guy who wrote John Wick.
Maybe a team of guys, wasn't it?
John Wick 4 trailer.
One of the guys.
Look quite good, by the way.
I don't care about the John Wick movies anymore.
I enjoy them.
I don't. Okay, another movie that is in production right now in pre-production, about to begin shooting, is A Quiet Place Day 1. The spin-off / prequel to the Quiet Place movies. It's rounded out its cast right now with Lupita Nyong'o from Black Panther, and I believe she was the voice of the little orange woman from the Star Wars movies. What's it, Maz Kanata?
Yes, Maz Kanata.
Yeah, and she was also in Us.
I was going to say
Uncle. Fucking love. That's a great movie.
I was going to say Uncle Portions.
Uncle, yeah, no, that's a different guy. Us, great movie if you get a chance to check it out. But also they've added Joseph Quinn to the cast, who was the guy who played Eddie in Stranger Things.
Yay!
And let's face it, his career has just skyrocketed right now because of know everyone loves Eddie,
Master of Puppets.
I'm pulling your strings.
Yes, Eddie. Joseph Quinn has also been tapped to play the guy behind Sooty as well, according to Paul. What? What's that, Sooty? You want me to kill them all? Okay. Obey your master, Sooty. I am the master of puppets.
Fucking hell! Imagine Joseph.
Master.
Oh, sweeps on stabbing people in the eye.
Oh God! I'm just imagining the set of Sooty and Co. Like
just a bloodbath.
Yeah, just Matthew
speaking
in Matthew Corbett just speaking in nothing but Metallica lyrics the entire fucking show. It's like the fucking episode where that guy comes over and like this is showing I remember Sooty and Co. I fucking loved that show when it was out, and the episode where Matthew's sick and he's lost his voice. So at the end, there's this fella that I can't remember who he's played by, but he comes over and he's got like this suitcase full of these weird sniffing salts that change your voice.
Sniffing salts, yes.
And Sooty sniffs one and he just starts yelling at Matthew in like a broad Cockney accent. He's like, "He's making a monkey out of you!" And all this, he's like, "You gotta wake up, my son!" And then it turns out the whole thing was Matthew having a weird fever dream.
Sooty's there with a knife stabbing the guy in the head and goes, "Izzy Wizzy, let's get busy." So let's see if Joe Quinn's Midas Touch continues on with this franchise and Quiet Place. I mean, because they are good movies, but it's a case of whether or not that is John Krasinski's influence or whether or not it can extend to other areas of the franchise. We will find out. Other things that we're going to find out right now, though, is we're going to talk about Doctor Who and see what's happening in the world of Doctor Who. So, Paul, hit it.
Ooh, diddly-dum, wee Doctor Who news. Okay, so we're still a year away from new episodes, but the Doctor Who news juggernaut just keeps rolling on. So, we're recording this on Sunday. Friday, Children in Need.
Which is it, Sunday or Friday?
On Friday.
Yeah.
On Friday's Children in Need, which is, for those of you who aren't in the UK, is a charity telethon.
The day that we celebrate the day that Pudsey the Bear lost his eye in the Great War of Mascots.
It's a charity telethon.
He's there on the Bayou Tapestry with an arrow in it.
Oh, you bastard! The BBC have been doing seemingly
standing on the corpse of Zippy,
and they do it every
Henry
year.
tried to take him out, so
Red
Nose they got all the gear.
And this year they announced that Millie Gibson will be joining Ncuti Gatwa's 15th Doctor.
Shitty Gatwa?
Ncuti.
No.
You just said Shitty
No,
Gatwa.
I did not. So you'll be able to listen back later and you'll say Ncuti Gatwa.
Ncuti Gatwa.
Ncuti Gatwa.
Ncuti.
Yes.
Ncuti, my friend.
She will be playing new companion Ruby Murray. No, Ruby Tuesday. No, Ruby Sunday.
What?
The character's name is Ruby Sunday. So Ruby for the 60th anniversary, which some people kind of worked out from the social media emojis. Yeah.
Russell T Davidson creates a character whose name is 4 letters, begins with an R, and is named after something red. Unbelievable, Rose.
Millie.
Who said he's run out of ideas?
Millie, 18-year-old Millie is previously known for, so she was in the CBBC drama Jamie Johnson, and she was in the ITV drama Butterfly. But she's best known, she's just come off 3 years on Coronation Street.
Literally everything bad that could happen to a person happened to this poor girl.
Yeah.
Jesus
which
Christ,
character was she?
So she's the one whose boyfriend murdered the goth kid, who then ended up going to prison for perverting the course of justice. Then she got out of prison and ended up on the streets. And then she's been involved in, been kidnapping plots and explosions and all kinds of... Right. She had just the worst time.
So, was she, did she deliberately help her boyfriend or something?
I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't really.
Because I was going to say, I know about the Sophie Lancaster plotline that was in there.
That. Yeah, it's based on that.
Because obviously, that's the kind of circles I'm in. But I didn't know anything of the rest of what's happened to her character in Coronation Street because Grandma doesn't watch it anymore. That was my main source.
But Grandma!
Worth mentioning, although technically she's from Manchester, she's actually half Scouse.
Yeah,
her
she said her mum's a
Scouser.
Yeah.
In an interview with her co-star, Ncuti, released on YouTube, she revealed that her memories of Doctor Who, let's feel old, she grew up watching the David Tennant and Matt Smith era with her dad.
What did she fuck, though? Because she was born in 2004. So 2006 is David's first... Well, Christmas 2005 was David's first episode. So she wouldn't have remembered that at all.
No,
liar!
I think...
Liar!
I'm presuming that she meant on DVD.
Liar!
Apparently she learned she got the role just after getting a spray tan, so she had to, she's crying and trying not to let that run, and immediately tells her mum, and her mum's really rubbish at keeping secrets, apparently.
Fair enough.
She's also said she'd love to visit ancient Egypt.
Liar!
I don't... What?
worth giving a bit of context here. She's 18. She is the youngest person to be cast as a companion ever in Doctor Who.
Apart from little Amy Pond.
Sorry?
Little Amy Pond.
Little... she wasn't the companion.
She was.
She was not.
She was.
She was not.
She was.
No, she wasn't.
She was.
The nearest you said
the youngest actor to be cast as a companion. Amy Pond was a companion. That kid played the young version of Amy.
Young Amy wasn't the
young companion. Suck it.
Oh my god.
Nearest we've had up
I'm
to
on
this
a
point.
podcast with
Deborah Watling, Matthew Waterhouse, and Sarah Sutton were all 19 when they joined the show. Also worth saying, she's the kind of actress that I think
lies.
We kind of anticipated
Mike, stop it.
Where she would be coming from as regards previous career, because a lot of the people who have been cast as companions, certainly since the series came back in 2005, have had their sort of career in soap and come up through that. So, Freema Agyeman was in Crossroads, Karen Gillan. Well, she was more
Britney Spears movie.
The Kevin Bishop show.
Yeah. I used to watch her on that.
Jenna Coleman did Emmerdale and Waterloo Road. Pearl Mackie, she was more known for theatre. But both Tosh and Cole and Mandip Gill came up through Hollyoaks. Yep.
More Liverpool connections.
It all does seem to be, if you want to be a Doctor Who companion, get into soaps.
Move into Liverpool.
Yeah. The other
Lie!
The other thing I did want to mention,
how you
though,
get in? Just lie. I was born in Liverpool, honest.
Children in Need very much has a history with Doctor Who.
I thought you were continuing the previous sentence, and I thought you were like,
need
I thought you were like,
I'm segueing from one thing mentioning children in need to another thing mentioning children in need.
I thought you were like, do you know how you become a Doctor Who companion? Be a children in need. Like what?
I mean, when they said that the new companion
multiple children, 3 children in a trench coat. That's the next Doctor Who companion.
Hello, I am Mr. Man, the new companion.
My name is Adult.
I work at the business factory.
It's weird filming the lines because half the time, like the top head, like the mouth doesn't move and the voice comes from the torso. It's weird. The new season of Doctor Who has spent a lot of time trying to get into movie theatres.
It's trying to buy alcohol.
Christ.
Children in Need has a long history with Doctor Who. So I mean, for the fundraising, you'd often see fans.
What year is this?
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. No, that's a different franchise entirely.
Children in Need.
Yeah, you'd often see fans fundraising in costume, especially around here in Liverpool.
Not today.
You'd get people on telly presenting those oversized novelty checks, going, "We dressed up in Doctor Who costumes, and people gave us money, so here is that money to give to children in need."
I always think of Keith Chegwin doing that.
Naked in a jungle.
What?
He did that game show when he was naked.
I don't.
It was called Naked Jungle.
Oh,
do you not remember this?
No, I'll be honest.
Congratulations, I remember it. I'll be honest. Successfully blanked on it.
I'll be honest. The main thing that I remember Keith Chegwin from was the thing where he turned out to be a serial killer, trying to kill off everyone. Kill Keith. Yeah. The one with Trot from Hat Films in it.
The 5 Doctors aired on Children in Need nights. They've often had the special episode. So David Tennant's first full scene as the Doctor.
Well, say Dimensions in Time. That was Children in Need.
Well, I'm coming to that.
Okay, you come then.
Yeah. So 1993. Let's set the scene. It's 1993. The series has been off the air for a few years. It's the 30th anniversary. Nothing.
I'm 9.
Special.
Paul is working at the business factory.
Nothing is overly special is happening because the anniversary special that was going to happen sort of collapsed. So they put together this special 2-part adventure. I say 2-part. It's 15 minutes in total. Adventure for children in need called Dimensions in Time. It features the 7 Doctors
and Big Ron
and many of their companions stuck in a time trap by the Rani. That time trap is Albert fucking Square. So it's a crossover.
And the Cutty Sock.
Yes, and the Cutty Sock. And it's a crossover between Doctor Who and EastEnders.
Yeah.
Frankly,
a time travel story that would not be rivaled until Red Dwarf turned up on Coronation Street.
They filmed it in 3D using this thing called...
Blake 7 visits Brookside.
They filmed it in 3D using this thing called the Pulfric effect. So it means you didn't have like red and blue filters on the screen. You could watch it without glasses and it would look normal. But if you were wearing 3D glasses, that basically the camera is permanently moving so that the background and foreground are shifting, and it creates this optical illusion of depth. So which was interesting. They did a whole thing on Tomorrow's World about it, which you can probably find on YouTube. I'll find the link afterwards.
Star Trek and Tomorrow's World.
The reason we're talking about children dimensions in time.
Dimensions in Time.
Local fan and writer Jim Sangster has been blogging reviews of his reread of the Target novelizations,
right?
And he's literally just got to the end of that, and to sort of celebrate it, and also to save raise a bit of money for children in need, he's written a novelization of Dimensions in Time that he's putting up on the blog.
Which version, Paul? Which version?
Probably the full version with extra bits and everything.
I'm talking about
it's a
when
novelization.
it has the cliffhanger and the viewers had to ring in.
It'll be interesting to see how he deals with that in the
That's the
novelization.
only part
Will it be a choose your own adventure?
I was going to say that's the only part of the novel
Anyway.
is to choose your own adventure. It's like, which ending do you want? Go to page 3 of...
If you want Mandy, go to page 43. If you want Big Ron, go to page 44.
Yeah. You can find the blog at escapetodanger.net, and it's one chapter a day in the lead up to Doctor Who's anniversary on the 23rd of November.
Oh, if he's doing it that way,
so
he can still...
yeah. So please do give it a look, and if you like it, spare a few drogna for a good cause. So there you go, and that's Doctor Who news.
Well, when they announced that the companion was going to be announced during
Battlestar
Children
Galactica versus 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps.
Quantum Leap does Emmerdale.
We've got a whole bunch of franchises.
Well, classic Quantum Leap apparently nearly ended up doing a Magnum PI episode. You know,
I would have watched that.
Well, it
Quantum PI.
Because both shows were created and produced by Donald Belisario.
Knight Rider visits the Crossroads Motel.
I wanna write I
actually want to see that.
I want to write as a sci-fi short called Quantum PI now.
Quantum PI.
Yeah, it's fucking cyberpunk adventure.
About a detective who goes back in time to solve crimes before they even happen. Get it written.
Isn't that basically Minority Report?
No, because he doesn't go back in time.
But he's like, yeah.
He knows what's going to happen before it happens.
Hang on, no, this sounds familiar. What was that shit show with Chloe Annette and the guy from EastEnders that was on in the early 90s?
Oh, don't know. I remember
Time Cops.
Time Bandits.
Yeah. Hell. It was shit.
Bugs.
No, but it was the same time slot as Bugs.
I know.
It was the sort of thing that could only be made because of the unique way the BBC was funded.
I kind of want to go, like, tonight I'm going to watch Time Cop now, just to see if it was, like, see what that was like.
The Van Damme adaptation of the comic book.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. As soon as they said that they were going to announce the companion on Children in Need, I thought it's going to be some unknown, because you wouldn't do it if you were just going to, ladies and gentlemen, new companion, Daisy Jones, you know.
Yeah, she's what I
think that is the name of someone.
She's what I class as a known unknown, if you know what I mean.
She's not unknown, yeah.
I don't know why the fuck my brain went there. Like when you were like, oh, ladies and gentlemen, my brain immediately just went Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? No,
choice, yeah.
No, what the shit?
Let's get out of this quickly by talking about TV news. Go.
Tremble at the might of the TV section.
I enjoy you miming along to the sounds, even though there's no one here to see it.
I know, I don't care. I like Paul's little Parkinson's disease thing that he did.
Do not leave that in the fucking show. Jesus fucking Christ.
It's staying in. Okay.
I'm trembling at the might.
Now I'm glad no one fucking showed up. If you're making jokes like that.
So, it's been known for some time that the last Indiana Jones movie will be the last, because, Harrison Ford is 173 years old now.
Plus aliens.
Yeah, well, you can't really do a historical artifact hunter who's older than the artifacts that he's searching for. But Disney want to keep milking this.
Let's face it, they're asking for trouble. Every time you get Harrison Ford to do something, he's just going to crash into something.
Exactly.
Or
close a door on his leg or something.
Didn't we have this conversation last episode?
Yeah.
Where we were talking about how much he's fucking killed himself.
Yeah. So, but Disney want to keep milking the cash cow in the form of a Disney Plus prequel series, but it's not going to be about Indy, because they've already done a young Indiana Jones TV show.
Yeah. Starring Shia LaBeouf.
No. This is going to be all about Abner Ravenwood, Marion's dad from Raiders of the Lost World Ark, and
Raiders of the Lost World. Yeah. That'd be a great fucking Indiana Jones and giraffe
dinosaurs. Yeah. He was Indy's
basically a Turok movie.
Yeah, he was Indy's mentor. Now, nowhere does yet whether Indy himself will appear, or indeed if his creepy in hindsight seduction of Marion, because she was 15 years old.
I was going to point this out. She was quite young.
I was just a child, she says, making that movie just slightly
It was a different time.
It was the 40s. You were allowed to be a paedophile in the 40s, apparently.
Yeah. Apparently so, yes.
Fucking hell.
Just ask Jerry Lee Lewis.
That's the wrong joke.
To be fair, the whole premise is, hey, let's watch a white guy steal historic things from
historical appropriation.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole premise.
Yeah. I want to see the episode where Indiana Jones steals the Elgin marbles.
God. I fully expect that there'll be an episode where he goes back and steals a fucking gem, half of the gems to give to the Queen as part of the family jewels.
Oh, right.
The crown jewels.
With the Infinity Cord, snapping people out of existence. Get off my plane.
Basically, didn't he do that? He's like, here, look in this box. Face melt.
So we actually speculated many years ago now, back when Disney bought Lucasfilm, we speculated about an Indiana Jones TV show, if you remember.
I vaguely remember that.
And we said about how Sean Connery would go into audition for the role and be all like, hello, fucking bastards, it's me.
Sure.
Horse, you cunt.
We can't have Sean Connery in the TV series these days, unfortunately.
This is very bad news, Sean. You're not going to be in the cartoon.
What?
No.
It's not a cartoon, it's a live-action series.
Well, okay. You're still not going to be in it. You're just too controversial.
I'm not controversial. I'll slap you with an open palm.
I'm not a woman.
I don't care. I'll still slap you, you bastard.
We've got photos. We've got the photos of you in Zardoz. That's just.
I knew a young. I need the money.
That's just not a good look.
Gonna 3D scan them.
I was in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. That wasn't a good look.
Yeah. It's like. Fucking to go back to last episode.
I wasn't there.
No, now I'm just imagining the Indiana Jones series, and then it's fucking it's all serious apart from one series where Indy's dad comes in on a fucking skateboard and does a kickflip and shit.
What up, my dude? It's me, Indiana Jones Senior.
I invented skateboarding.
I escaped through the jungle with monkeys and dinosaurs. Because Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost World.
God.
Cowabunga! But so yeah, that would be fun. Is if they could have Henry Jones in there going, "Oh, hey, whoa, I'm extreme to the max, my friends," and things. I don't know, whatever. What do the kids say these days?
They can
YouTube and TikTok, yeah.
In
the 40s.
Hey, maybe they should cast you as Henry Jones Senior.
Maybe they should. Maybe I'll do it.
I was going to say
give me money,
fair,
Disney.
Haven't we we've done live shows somewhere where Sean Connery's
Jason Connery.
Is he just a writer or is he an actor as well?
He's an actor. Yeah.
Why did he was
Robin fucking Hood.
Oh yeah, shit. I forgot. It's because, I always remember him just being at the show, specifically because you told me off for almost bringing up, one of the Sean Connery bits while he was there.
He played Ian Fleming in the other movie called GoldenEye.
But yeah, they should just get him to play the role, surely.
Yes.
Well, to be fair, he doesn't sound a thing like his dad, does he?
I do.
You sound more like his dad. You sound more like Jason Connery's dad than Jason Connery.
What we'll do then is we'll get Jason Connery to play the live stuff, and then you can dub over his.
Hello, it is me, Jason Connery. I'm here to play my dad. Ha ha ha. That makes no sense if you can't see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You're the one that keeps telling me not to do visual gags on a podcast.
I'm sorry. It's late. I'm very tired.
I can't even find my plane.
Harrison Ford's stolen it, the bastard. He's crashed it into the side of a mountain.
Fucking hell. Oh, God. I tell you what, that, completely off topic. That's... no. I was going to say that's something that we should do as a 50... No. As a 50-foot nerd, weird outing trip that we could, milk for content is we should go to the park that had the where's that plane thing. And then I realized, wait, that's a fun park for kids. Like just 3 adults walking around in this fucking park.
It was a different time. We'll be fine. Let's talk about another TV series. The Sandman has been renewed for a second series.
Woo!
Finally.
Yes.
Bum, 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 bum.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think there was going to be much of a doubt.
No, it's just they took their time in announcing the damn thing. That's all.
Yeah, but what I would say is we'll get our second season, and then I think Netflix will be a lot faster on their decisions.
Yeah.
As regards.
I'm just happy that we get more Jenna Coleman.
Well, yes, we know how you feel about it. I remember going round.
I remember.
I
don't remember where the plane is.
I remember going to the Doctor Who experience with you.
Yes.
And
I found my photos from that the other day.
Yeah.
The green screen ones.
Yeah. And you literally,
It's basically a.
You literally sniffed her dress.
Ew.
She was wearing it. It's fine.
Like I've just got a mental image of like you being like, okay, Mike, pose for a photo, and then him just laying on the floor like next to the thing, being like, step on me.
It's all right. Paul was sniffing the Slovene, so it all works out well. And the show will be back, and we'll be jumping into the next set.
Do you reckon
of books, I guess? Yeah.
Do you reckon they're going to because they've seen the success of Stranger Things, they're going to loop in like Metallica, so they're going to call it
Things.
They're going to call it Sandman Exit Light as a reference to the song Enter Sandman by Metallica.
Who knows? I guess we'll just wait and see what
Take my hand,
young nasty man, and we will fly.
off to
That's the wrong
never.
song. So other TV series, we're going back to the Dreaming. We're also going back to Derry. Yes, the setting of the It book and obviously movies and what have you. They're doing a prequel series called Welcome to Derry. And everyone's favourite Geordie killer, Spookums the Clown himself, will be back. Bill Skarsgård is expected to reprise the
Geordie killer?
Georgie.
Yeah,
Georgie.
that makes more sense.
Aye, man, there's a creepy clown coming to kill me. Fucking hell.
No way!
Oh, weird, man.
I'm going to fight him off with me blue drink.
Oh, weird.
Set the Alsatian on him.
There's a spooky clown coming to get me in the...
Sorry, you can probably tell I watched Taskmaster because that's about the only thing I can realistically do in Geordie.
Yeah.
No way!
Yeah.
I have
Wait, what?
That's the only thing I can do in Geordie. No way!
I have a Geordie girlfriend.
No way!
No way!
So, like, I get this. Like, that's what... I tell you what, that's one thing that I always hear from the fucking... like obviously Geordie impressions and stuff, they don't swear nearly enough. Like every single time I've gone in like to Newcastle or that kind of fucking area, like everyone just swears all the fucking time.
No way! Yeah. So anyway, the thing about this TV series,
there's a fucking clown like.
It's what the fuck was that?
I don't know.
Oh no, fucking clown like.
No, man! Oh god, that was one thing I forgot to. Like,
now that's Fireman Sam.
Yeah,
Wales.
It's set in fucking the environment. Oh yes.
Oh god,
no man! There's a spooky clown to come and kill you.
There's a spooky fucking clown, no man.
He's gonna eat your face, no man.
Ma, I can't get away. I'm stuck up this fucking tree, like.
Mum, why are there so many red balloons coming for me? There's 99 of them. Oh wait, no, it's not the clown. It's okay. It's just that fucking song.
It's just Nina.
Yeah.
No, 99 Luftballon.
Yeah.
What?
No,
99 Luftballon. 99 red balloons.
Okay.
That's the original song.
I know. It's just the way you set up. Blah 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 blah. Mr.
Yeah. I'm supposed to be the one who's getting old. You're the one who needs to get your hearing checked.
This is one thing. I'm surprised that I haven't got in trouble with my sister, actually, because that was another thing I did yesterday was...
Gave her 99 red balloons.
No. When we did the... I like you're gesturing, doing the hand gesture as if people can see you. No, at the family thing, because my sister wasn't there because she was at a wedding.
Yeah.
But her her partner and their kid was there, Oliver, and he was messing around with like some Fireman Sam toys. So I just started going, "No, man, what are you doing?" And then he started like, because he's 2 and he's got to the point where he starts copying things. He started going up to his dad and being like, "No, man!" I'm like, yes.
Oh, I love it.
This is what we like.
Like
we're teaching the next generation.
Exactly. It reminds me of like back in one of the old episodes where you told the story of getting told off because Joshua said "goosh" at school.
I forgot about that.
But as we've pointed out, these days, his language is, let's say, as spicy as ours.
Yep.
Salty.
Yeah.
Well, it's
There's
TV
a
series.
fucking clown like. That's Joshua now. His voice has got
pretty much.
Dad, there's a clown. It's gonna kill me.
fucking clowns.
Norman.
So this series is not going to be set where Fireman Sam is. This is Pontypandy. This is going to be set in Derry. It's also going to be set in the 60s. But this series pisses me off. Because why do we need an It prequel series? We know that the clown is going to... No matter how many series that this runs for, we know the clown's going to get away at the end. There is no jeopardy. Yeah, okay, a couple of the heroes might die. But the clown is going to get away. And I don't know why do we need to do it. Why?
The one thing I will say is if they make the... I'm only going to be happy about this show if they show the world turtle.
But
they need to show... Like, they need to just go all out fucking mental.
They
and just
did reference it in the last movies. I don't know if you saw.
I didn't watch that one.
Well, in Chapter 2, they do go into a lot more of the whole...
Oh,
thing,
shit.
But yeah.
Fair enough.
But even so, as I say, there is no...
Turtles all the way down.
There is no... I can't root for the heroes in the show because I know they will not win. They may be able to force the clown back into hibernation, but he's going to do that anyway. And so there is no...
The way these things work when they're done
Tell me, Paul Hollywood. Shake my hand, I love your cakes.
Oh, fuck. I need to make that Twitter
He's
account
from the
actually
world.
start doing things again.
Yeah.
I need to remember the login details.
Example.
Yeah, Paul Ramon. That was what it was called, Paul Ramon.
Paul Ramon. Yeah. That Twitter handle is still there.
I know.
Yep.
Twitter might not be, but the handle's still
Oh, fuck, that's a thing that we didn't talk about earlier.
Don't worry about it.
So who's got a Mastodon account now?
Get a what
and
now?
how quickly is that reference going to date?
I'm waiting for pterodactyl.
A master what?
Saber-toothed tiger.
I do have a counter-social account.
Yeah, we
now.
didn't bring that up during the graveyard.
No, we didn't, did we?
Yeah.
We'll save it for next week. A
Dragon
surprise!
Ball.
Oh, yeah.
Very
Tune in next week
pleasant
to find out
surprise.
who's dead.
Jesus. Jesus is dead.
No!
But, right.
We've got to wait 3
I
days.
just saw
and
him
he'll come back.
T-posing.
We'll wait for him to come back in 3 days.
Looping round to the point I was trying to make. So,
Watch your foot.
Bates Motel and Hannibal, both examples of horror prequels.
Yeah, but in Bates
that
Motel,
worked.
we knew his mum was going to die. We just didn't know how. So there was some suspense there. And they ended up adapting the first movie as part of their story. Hannibal ended up adapting Red Dragon and what have you. So, you know, we know that will end with a heroic thing. But this cannot end heroically because they're not going to show... They can't just time jump 20 years and show the protagonists of the show defeating the clown because they don't. It's the kids. And even then, they don't do it until the 2000s.
I was going to say, have they said
isn't.
that it's like a one continuous narrative thing, or have they just said, "Hey, it's a prequel show"?
They've just said it's a prequel show, yeah.
And I was going to say the
he wasn't
possibility
even expected to be in it. They were just going to say, "Oh, it's going to show how weird the town is because of the presence."
That's what
of
I was going to.
Pennywise.
I was going to
Now
say,
they've
like,
said
if
he's
it's
going to be
like
in
a weird little anthology, like mini story about like how the influence of Pennywise is changing, like how Derry works and shit.
Well,
but then basically all that you're doing is just sat there going, "I'm watching a whole town be fucking miserable for an entire season," which I don't know how that would be entertaining.
Well, speaking about horror franchises getting turned into TV series that make no sense. Yes, on Halloween this year, it was announced that a movie considered to be a Halloween staple will be making the jump to TV so that it's an iconic killer can live on after a final disappointing movie.
Mm-hmm.
That is Friday the 13th. I don't know what franchise you thought I was going to be talking about there.
I knew exactly what you were talking about.
Because you've read the show notes.
Yeah, but I mean,
I didn't.
Crystal Lake has been a concept that has been around for
Since
frankly,
1980.
Really?
Yeah, that's when the first movie came out.
No, I mean as a TV show.
They're also a really good band.
There was a Friday the 13th TV show before this.
Yeah.
But it had nothing to do with the movies.
Yeah.
Literally nothing. It was just the name, Friday the 13th, the series. It was about a weird...
Is it one of those things where...
shop?
I was going to say, is it one of those where they change it like Beetlejuice, where all of a sudden it's like...
he's friends with Lydia.
Yeah, where Jason Voorhees and a bunch of camp things like solve mysteries and
like
shit.
the Mr. T cartoon where he's just solving crimes with kids
Yeah.
and stuff.
Poltergeist: The Legacy had absolutely nothing to do with the fucking Poltergeist movies.
In it.
Yeah.
Well, but the Friday the 13th TV series was literally just, here's an antique shop, the items are cursed. Let's go and solve a mystery involving one of these and put it in the shop.
It was a bit sort of Twilight Zone-esque, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's trying to be a...
It was kind of like, how the Conjuring movies are like, oh, this music box is cursed, we'll put that in. We'll stop the ghost and we'll put this in our museum. It's like that. It's every episode is one of those. But yeah, now they're going to do, because the legal wranglings over the movie series have been finally put to bed between Sean Cunningham and Victor Miller. Sean Cunningham owns Jason and everything after Friday the 13th, whereas Victor Miller owns Friday the 13th and the everything that is included within that movie. Yes, Jason is a character in that, but he's not the killer, so that's why there's a difference there. But the TV series has been announced as Friday the 13th, and it also has been confirmed that Jason will be in it, which makes no sense because Jason doesn't become a killer until the second movie, and this is going to be a prequel series. So I don't understand how. It makes no sense.
It's basically just every episode they just go, "Why are we doing this again?" And then just a cut to Jason going, drowning. They're like, "Oh yeah, that's why." And then it continues.
And
he's just in the fucking pre-roll of every episode, and that's why they could say Jason's in it.
I understand the way it was originally announced was that it was going to be Friday the 13th in name only. Basically, it was just going to be a spooky series set around Crystal Lake about people die. But now they've been told that Jason will be in it. The hockey mask will be in it, which doesn't come in until number 3 anyway.
Yep.
So presumably the rights issues have been resolved in some way, or they don't apply to TV series.
Maybe.
I don't know. I just want this show to be the origin of Crazy Ralph. So I just want to see how he became crazy. Instead, keeps going, "It's got a death curse" in the first movie. And the second movie as well. I love Crazy Ralph. My favourite character. I've been rewatching the movies recently, and I just love him.
You know what would be would have a good possibility of being a show like to go back to your misleading the audience with the thing. You know what they should what they should do as a TV show is like because because of everyone like wanting different with the fucking films and shit, they should just make a TV show based around Halloween Season of the Witch and like the whole idea of the anthology thing that it was going to be.
I watched Halloween 3 last year. And yeah, I think there is a lot.
It's a great movie.
Yeah,
it's a great
I think there is a lot that they could play with.
Yeah, exactly.
In the Halloween and it's nice that there's been the odd sort of reference to it.
Yeah, like the masks were into Halloween 2018 and stuff. I just love that movie ends with Tom Atkins going, "Turn it off, turn it off, turn it off," going crazy. I love that movie. It's such a good movie.
Didn't Nigel Neal write the original script for it?
I don't know.
Nigel Quatermass Neal.
Nigel, I don't know.
Nigel Mansell.
Hey, you're supposed to be a horror expert. You're supposed to know about these things.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
The whole thing is about people in Halloween masks driving around a circuit really fast
with moustaches.
Yeah.
The Jason mask has got a moustache now.
To be fair,
the Michael mask.
The Friday the 13th franchise, I've only done like the first couple and the remake. I would have probably watched because a lot of them are now on Paramount Plus. I kind of hoped to carry on with it.
You should. I've watched the first 4 this week.
But they didn't have Halloween. They didn't have Friday the 13th 3, and I refused to watch them out of order. Therefore, I haven't carried on. For some reason, they don't have Friday the 13th 3D on there.
If you need to be able to see it, I can hook that up.
Yeah, I'm sure you can help me with that. But that's why.
If you'd have said I would have brought the DVD for you tonight. To be honest.
Yeah.
A film that I really want to watch now, Jason X.
Oh, I love Jason X.
I have seen Freddy versus Jason.
I have the soundtrack for Freddy vs. Jason because it was made entirely by.
Do you know what? In
bands
terms
from
of contact with the rest of the series, it's actually very good. Anyway, the final TV series that I've got to talk about this month is the Wizarding World seems to be dead on its ass after the last Fantastic Beasts movie. You know, with the one where Hannibal Lecter tries to rig an election using Bambi's zombie twin.
Still not watched it.
That is the plot of the movie.
It's going to be on Sky Cinema for Christmas. So
that is the plot of the movie.
See it then.
But just fucking pirate it.
Yeah. Well,
Warner Brothers have
when I don't have to pay any extra.
They've pulled the plug on the theatrical releases, and it's rumored that a Wizarding World TV series or even an adaptation of the play The Cursed Child could now be on the cards. Mm-hmm. All of which is denied at this point, but the rumors seem to be that they are gearing up towards a Harry Potter show for. For
HBO Max.
HBO Max, yeah. It's just a case of what happens from here. I mean, I we all know that J.K. Rowling has issues, but it's kind of for me, it's kind of a situation where you have to separate the art from the artist, I suppose.
I can't. She's actively using her money to take away my rights.
Okay, and that's fair enough. But we've covered the Harry Potter stuff before in the past. We were kidnapped by Voldemort at one point,
we were,
as you recall. Mm-hmm. So in that respect, Voldemort is as much our character now as it is J.K. Rowling's.
Yeah, they should.
So you recall J.K.
Yeah, exactly. You know what the Warner Brothers should do? Fuck J.K. Rowling. They should hire us.
That's right. I will be the new spokesperson.
They'll base it on our version.
Yes, HBO Max. It's the streaming service where you can find all of your movies.
Voldemort is basically out of work.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he has to go to.
I'm on Universal Credits.
He's one of the people who rings you up looking for jobs.
Absolutely. Excuse me, Michael. I would like to have some money, please. No, you can't have none. Oh, that's such a shame. Please tell me why. Because you don't qualify.
Ain't nothing
but has anyone else got a job? Gives a job, mate. Gives a job.
That's the whole premise of
your dick, Daddy.
I've got a list of jobs that we think you might be appropriate for.
Oh yes.
Have you thought of being an aromatherapist?
How dare you? I have a disability. I get PIP.
Okay. Have you got any skills in plastic surgery, especially rhinoplasty?
You motherfucker. I'll get on the back of your head. How the fuck do you like it then, bitch?
How are you with serving up wines? I've got a job as a sommelier here.
Is it what now?
Sommelier?
A smeller? Oh, fucking dare you! Cruciatus, Paul! Cruciatus! Nah!
The local John Lewis has got an opening at the perfume counter.
I swear to Christ, I'm gonna stab a wand in this dude's fucking eyes.
Like
That's how Madame Moody got made.
Yeah. Oh god. This is. I don't know where to go with this.
Stay on the comedy.
Yeah. I already made my fucking point. No, right. Like I said, we should fucking write it because then the whole thing is just a
series of jokes about my lack of nose.
Yeah.
Well, fuck you.
No. It's like the whole thing. It basically becomes
Voldemort has no nose. How does he smell?
Amazing.
Awful.
I actually wear CK1. Yes, it's very nice.
No, just the idea of it being like the Wizarding World version of like Marvel's MODOK. So we've just written it. So it's
the
just
Funko
fucking
Pop for the MODOK toy from Quantumania.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it looks okay. It doesn't look great,
but like just the idea of like us writing it, so everything's just fucked. Like so, it's clearly a parody or whatever.
Involved.
No, exactly. So it's just like whatever.
Yeah. Oh well. Well, I guess we'll. Excuse me. We'll just have to wait and see. Excuse me again. Oh, sorry.
Hopefully it doesn't happen.
I'm drinking some London fog, and it's getting to me.
The fog's escaping.
Yeah. The mist. Something in the mist. So John Thingy, I forget his name.
Let's all shoot
John
ourselves.
Carpenter's The Fog.
No. I was talking about the mist.
The Mist?
Yeah. Stephen King.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
But there's also John Carpenter's The Fog.
Yeah, no, I wasn't talking about
That's why I made the reference. Let's all shoot ourselves.
When the dude from The Walking Dead runs into the supermarket, he goes, "Something in the mist took John," and I forgot his surname as I was saying it. So
Johnny Boyle.
Does John die at the
Johnny
end?
Depp.
John Doe.
Johnny Depp.
Does John die at the end?
John died at the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay, so
and then there's Like, you can tell it's a Stephen King film just because then there's the one woman who's like, I love Jesus! Everyone should follow me!
Ow!
Ow!
The cat from Red Dwarf as Jesus woman.
Yeah. It's great. She's just like, this cross is mine, and this cross is mine.
All of these grasses. Anyway, that's the last of the TV news. Let's talk about the weird stuff that happens around the world in the section that we call Any Other Business.
Any other business?
Okay, our first Any Other Business story this month is about an Indiana police officer who this week visited the South Vermilion High School to teach children about how to be good law enforcement officials, but he ended up accidentally shooting one of the children.
Sounds about right.
Kids aren't even safe in schools from policemen now.
Are we sure this is a good idea?
We're
talking about a school shooting.
Well, okay, so local news station WTHI-TV reported the shooting occurred during a visit to the school on a Thursday morning, which the officer, who has been identified, well, I won't say his name, was running a drill with students
Officer
on how...
Bob.
Yes, how police handle a purported bad guy. It was at this point that the officer's weapon accidentally discharged and resulted in the injury of one student who was not severely hurt. The child was not hurt. The incident was we've got
not hurt
here.
or not severely hurt.
Well, it says not severely hurt. We have a quote here from the school. So, how should the school sound?
As soon as I think of a school and teachers, I'm just thinking of Charlie Brown. But unfortunately, that's just.
I won't be able to read a statement. Okay.
The incident was an accidental discharge of a firearm by a law enforcement officer during a drill.
The way you're voicing this, like, I'm going to make a fucking remix of that. The incident was an accidental discharge.
One student was injured without life-threatening injuries and has been taken to the hospital.
So basically, in another article that I read about this, they actually went
into... This policeman just shot you.
In your school, you're a very...
Jesus Christ.
So,
Jesus didn't shoot.
In another article, Officer Jesus Christ,
That's his name now.
Another article I read elsewhere, they actually explained that the officer had forgotten that his gun was loaded and that the safety was off, and he showed it to a child. The kid asked to look at what his gun looked like, so he gave it to the kid. And then, as the kid was handing it back to him, he handed it to him, and he squeezed the trigger and shot the kid by accident. But it wasn't anything serious.
People wonder why I don't trust the fucking police.
Yeah, F the popo.
Hey, cab!
So now we move on to another story, which is all about someone that Paul is very familiar with.
Yep.
Oh, it's this guy.
Yep. We're going back to the Gimp man of Essex.
Hey!
Paul's friend. He has blasted his Somerset counterpart, a character that we mentioned not so long ago on the show.
Goosh. Oh, he's the one.
He's the guy who was creeping people out at night.
He's the guy who looks like the shadow men.
That's right.
It's like at 2 a.m. looking for beans.
Yeah. If you see a shadow person, that's the guy.
I'm sorry, that was a reference that I was not expecting from you.
That's the drink going the wrong way down. Try not to die.
Oh, Jesus.
Number 3.
Number
the Somerset
15.
Gimp.
Yeah? Chills? Oh, my God. Oh, God. Sorry, I'm a bit dead. Oh, excuse me.
If there's any quotes, we've got a voice for the quotes.
So chills to me sounds like fucking Mystic Meg. We'll be celebrating too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If anyone who doesn't know, Chills is a YouTube channel where this guy with the weirdest voice on air narrates clips of spooky things. He's just like, a ghost was in this person's house.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, he does it in a weird voice, like to a point that he's become a meme.
Yeah.
So like there's clips of people just going, number 15, fruit salad burger, and shit like that.
Also context clips from all over YouTube.
Yeah, it's great. Like to the point that one of the channels I watch, Jack's Films, did a video about a game that he started called Be Funny Now, where because of problems at the beginning, like the the player number like dropped off, so they were talking about like how they've improved the game and stuff like that. But for the beginning of it, because of that meme, he hired Chills to do a thing where he's basically
we do have quotes coming up in this story, so we will do them as Chills. So the Gimp Man of Essex is a micro celebrity, as they call him here in Colchester. This is an article from the Mirror, by the way.
Yeah.
Locals often spot him.
High profile writing then.
Oh yeah, locals spot him doing his weekly shop in Tesco, clad head to toe in black latex. He tries to be as normal as possible, but other Gimps haven't quite followed the same rules. The Gimp Man looks to use his of Essex looks to use his fetish for good and often organises charity fundraisers. Currently linking to a Just Giving page on his TikTok where people can donate a mind.
He's on
wearing leather and PVC is his superpower.
Of course.
Just
like Batman's is being money. Being money?
Being money.
I'm money. Just throws us.
I am the darkness. I am money.
He's got fingers made out of pound coins. So villagers across Somerset, however, have reported that nearly...
Batman can't sneak anymore because whenever he walks,
Jingles.
he just hits jing, jing, jing.
So there's been nearly 2
It's like the
dozen
dog
sightings.
shoes from earlier.
Been nearly 2 dozen sightings of the Gimp Man of Somerset since 2018. One year, one witness even managed to snap a picture of the man touching his groin.
I've just realised the Somerset Gimp is fucking Gimp Man of Essex's reverse Flash.
Yeah.
I am the Somerset Gimp.
Thanks for that credit clip,
I'm
Paul.
going to do whatever I likes.
Okay.
You wondered why your kink wouldn't work. I went back in time. Fuck.
You merely adopted the Gimp. I was born in it.
God.
So the Gimp Man of Essex said his Somerset counterpart was...
Is this what you signed up for, Liverpool? Talking about the Gimp?
Not even a local Gimp either. It's one from down south.
So the Somerset counterpart is apparently 100% wrong. He told the I newspaper, "This guy has undone everything the Gimp community is trying to do. It gives us all a bad reputation. Jumping out on women, however you're dressed, isn't right. There are innocent guys like me who go out on Mara's dead. Sorry. Innocent guys like me who go out on walks in their Gimp suits. The guy is hiding her in the dark at night and scaring people lifeless. That's different. I wouldn't be surprised if alcohol or drugs were involved. They are asking for trouble, terrorizing people like that late at night. Number 15.
Hamburger, lettuce. Sonic jumped out of a plane. Fuck. Ow! I just smacked myself in the teeth with the mic from laughing too hard.
I just can't get over the bit where he says there's a Gimp community.
A Gimp community.
Well, I mean... yeah.
I'm just imagining that, you know,
Mike,
they have a monthly get-together in the back room of a pub somewhere.
Yeah.
Mike, if...
The Merseyside local Gimp.
And they've got their own, Facebook group, I'm sure.
Well, lack of Facebook.
Mike, if in the edit you don't put like the creepy music behind that quote, you need to. Like just a fucking stock creepy music. Fuck.
These are the Gimp sightings that scared my grandma. Number 1. Oh,
Essex.
God. The Essex Gimp.
Fuck, that's gonna be that's gonna be a go-to voice now.
There we go. Chills and the Essex Gimp. That's the name of this episode, right? Right. This is now the final news story I've got here is from Fox59.com. In Rochdale, Indiana, a Rochdale officer may have wished that he had a poker ball in order to help him catch a wild Pikachu that was spotted driving a lawnmower recklessly through the small town on the Halloween night. In what Rochdale Police Department...
Why is it Rochdale?
Oh, it is Rochdale. Sorry, I've misread that. Rochdale.
Yeah.
Rochdale.
Rochdale's up there somewhere,
yeah, there's a bit of a difference.
All right. Well, we'll do the rest of the thing like this then.
Rochdale.
Well, if we've got
Rochdale, mate.
Have we got a quote? We do have a quote. Okay, well, we'll do that in a bit. So the Rochdale Police Department, an officer found himself in pursuit of a 19-year-old Rochdale citizen who was decided to elect trick or treat instead of treat, and gave the police and all the pursuit's witnesses a night to remember. According to the police, officers were made aware of a man recklessly driving a modified lawnmower through the streets of Rochdale with a trailer in tow, while children dressed as ghosts and ghouls prowled the streets in pursuit of candy.
It's a cross between Pokemon.
Try and catch this, bitch!
It's a cross between Pokemon and a David Lynch movie.
Of course.
Which one's the really slow film about that guy who drives?
Movie is the one.
The Straight Story.
Is that the one?
That's the David Lynch movie about the guy driving on a lawnmower.
Yeah, all the way down to meet his brother. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. A deputy located the erratic lawnmower driver, but quickly realised it was no ordinary driver. It was the rare lawnmower Pikachu.
Motherfucking Pika!
The deputy attempted to pull the lawnmower over, but the man dressed as Pikachu responded with a shock by flipping off the officer as he sped away best as he could. Police said
Pikachu!
The pursuit of lawnmower Pikachu went for a few blocks before the deputy broke off the chase due to the driving of the lawnmower becoming more erratic and dangerous.
If Pokemon Go don't introduce like a lawnmower Pikachu because of this,
I'll
be disappointed.
Yeah.
It's just Pikachu sat on a mini lawnmower.
Police were able to identify the suspect beneath the Pikachu garb, however, and later arrived at his home where, after a brief scuffle, 2 officers were able to subdue the man, no longer in his Pikachu costume, and take him into custody.
How did you find me, officer? Well, we just followed this line of cut grass.
Through the grass, yeah. He faces 2 counts of resisting law enforcement.
They legit caught him in a patch of tall grass. It's great.
It wasn't tall grass, and that's the thing. Down.
Like, I'm just imagining, like, 19-year-old Pikachu wants to battle. Like,
a wild teenager appeared.
Go, policeman who shot a kid!
Policeman! Policeman used gun. It's super effective on a child.
God. We're going to hell.
Always.
I don't know which layer.
That was just long established.
Alcohol
or drugs are not believed to have been
there
a contributing
once
factor.
in a hidden thing that
really?
no one's heard.
They're not?
Right, so this is the quote now. It says, "At this time, we believe Pikachu acted alone, and no other Pokemon characters are involved in this incident. However, we are not opposed to catching them all." Oh.
Okay, they go back to where he was spotted, and they just find another guy dressed as Ash, just with a like eyewitnesses reported seeing a child in a backwards cap yelling, "Pikachu, use lawnmower!"
They found a 40-year-old man going, "I'm still 10 years old. Yeah. It's unbelievable." Speaking of which, big congratulations to Ash Ketchum for finally becoming the very best, like no one ever was.
Nice.
Because he won the World Pokemon Championships in the anime.
It's only taken like 25
years. Yeah. Awesome. So that is that's pretty much everything that we got. We normally do the Q&A section, and we did actually have a prize to give out this month, but we're not going to be able to do that
because there's no fucker here. This is why, if you want to ask us questions and you can't make it, you can email the questions to us, and we will look at them.
Yes. I miss us getting email. We used to have people who would email us.
Andy Howard, where are you?
Yeah,
Shiny,
where are you, Bod?
Well, this month our Q&A section was...
Run to the side, Charlize. Sent on iPhone 5.
This month our Q&A section was supposed to be sponsored by Geek Retreat.
Yep.
You know, as you all know from being here, but there is no one here. Geek Retreat is the place to come and meet like-minded folks to play your favourite card or tabletop games, grab a bite to eat, or just generally geek out. We love the relationship that we have with Geek Retreat, and since June we've had that. Yeah. And we want to thank them for their generosity, as they have actually given us, as I say, a £40 voucher for us to give away, but we won't be able to because we've got no questions submitted. So next time, hopefully, if people want to turn up, we will be able to cue all your A's.
Yeah, we shall see about maybe rolling that over. We do it here again.
Yeah, that's certainly something that we will discuss.
Yeah.
So on that bombshell, then
I also had a pack of nerds to give away, but I guess I'm eating them now.
Yes, you certainly are. On that bombshell, then I think that's the end of the show. Mm-hmm. So first and foremost, I wanted to thank Chris and the rest of the team here at Geek Retreat Liverpool for having us. Cheers, Chris. I don't know about you guys, but I've had fun. I know that.
We always enjoy a recording. We were doing this without an audience before. We shall do it without an audience again online at some point, I'm sure. Yep. So this isn't like it's
look out for
that unusual
episodes.
for us, but it's been lovely that Chris has hung around and just let us do our thing here.
I mean, I don't care. As I've said,
with a bunch
I don't
of
care
empty
if
chairs.
there's anyone here or there's 1,000 people here. I don't care. I still enjoy hanging out with my friends, talking about geeky.
Yeah.
So if
That's
nothing else,
what we're
it's
here
an
for.
excuse to see you, so at least once a month. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That being said, though, anyone who is listening to the show, come on down to the next show. We've got one next week, which is the 27th of September. That is in Warrington. And we've also got our Christmas Spectacular, which will be in Geek Retreat Warrington on the 11th of December. If you want to see us in the meantime, then, by all means, get in touch with us. We do have that email, which is 50footnerds@gmail.com. That's FIFTYFOOTNERDS@gmail.com. If you want to buy any of our merchandise, you can do so. It's at tinyurl.com/50foot store. That's 50FT store. And you can drop some coin into our virtual tip jar, which we call our Patreon page, over at patreon.com/50footnerds.
Yes.
Anyone else got anything that they want to talk about?
I think we've pretty much come
Happy
to a
Trans
natural
Awareness Week.
end.
Okay, so until next time then, which will be next week.
Next week, gosh, a week between episodes. It's almost like the early days.
Indeed. Until then, I've been Chills.
I've been James Gunn. His voice has changed.
And I've been No Facebook.
Until next time, we'll see you all in Warrington. Geek out.
Geek out.
Geek out.
If you've enjoyed the nerdom in your ears, then why not follow us on Twitter at 50footnerds. You can follow Mike at Mike G. Bell, Amara at VoltsevExoth and at Amara Lunera, and Paul is on at Scouser. Our website is 50footnerds.co.uk. That's FIFTYFOOTNERDS.co.uk. You can find all of our YouTube content at video.50footnerds.co.uk or search youtube.com/50footnerds. All of our episodes are archived over at bit.ly/50footnerdsarchive. That's 50FTNERDS archive. You can like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds. Email us at 50footnerds@gmail.com or join our Patreon at patreon.com/50footnerds. If you'd like to buy our merchandise, you can visit us over at tinyurl.com/50footstore. That's 50FT store. All of these links and more are available at our Linktree page. That's linktr.ee/50footnerds. FIFTYFOOTNERDS.